I thought I would do an update on how my Gemling Legionnaire Minion build is doing now. I've been completing some higher tier maps, and I thought I would show what it's like. I'm not up to red maps yet, but I've been taking it pretty slow. Let's take a look at my gems real quick. First off, I have Malice here. Why do I have Malice? Well, it's just on my scepter, which definitely needs to be changed. I'll show the gear in a moment, but I do like the fact it has critical weakness. I can get this up on bosses and tanky rares pretty well, and I believe, I see no reason why it wouldn't, that this will actually help my minions crit. I also have Raised Shield, which I literally never use. I have Flammability with Cursed Ground because I like it that way. As you can see, it's only level 7. I just haven't upgraded it. I don't know if I want to. Honestly, the mana costs are pretty insane. There's probably something to lower that I need to look into. And even if I do lower it, do I still want to increase it to then lower it again? I don't know. I don't know if the extra little bit is worth it. Skeletal Arsonist. Now, probably should start with the fact that, yes, this is a 6 link or 5 added links. How I did that was I gambled. I went ahead and got the 2nd level Jeweler's Orb, put it into a Skeletal Arsonist, got all the way up to this one, and then I quality'd because I had some extra currency at the time, and I bought a Omen of Corruption, which makes it so you can't roll do nothing, and I took the risk, and it hit. So I got all 6 now. So my links are Scattershot, Fire Infusion, which I don't know how great that is. I think it's pretty good. Fire Penetration, which I have to assume is pretty good. I might be wrong on that, because it does pen, but I guess if the enemy doesn't have the fire res, it doesn't help. I have Martial Tempo for 25% more attack speed. Can't be bad with that. And then I have Immolate. So the reason I have Immolate, you'll see, is in a bit. Supported skills cannot ignite. Supported attacks gain 30% of damage as extra fire damage against ignited enemies. Skeletal Cleric here will Minion Mastery and Last Gasp. Probably not the best ones. I haven't really thought about it. This is kind of a bonus minion that just happens to fit into my spirit costs. I can't add another Arsonist, so I might as well have a Cleric, right? I am not using Skeletal Brute. It's just sitting there. Pain Offering I have with Elemental Army just to keep it alive. And Font of Rage definitely can fix this with some other things I haven't done yet. As you can see, I haven't even added another skill. With a bunch of these, I need to add supports. I just haven't done it. Flame Wall, I just have Fortress because I can surround a unique with it, and that way all the shots going in get the buff. I have Cast Speed, so I have 25% more cast speed. And then I have Raging Spirits. Raging Spirits, as you can see here, is Feeding Frenzy, Minion Instability, and Infernal Legion. So basically, between this right here and between the Flame Wall, which the Flame Wall ignites as though dealing, I believe it's 100% ignite. So what that means is, oh, actually, wait. Yeah, it ignites everything, right? So it ignites it. Sorry. So basically, what this means is, as long as I Flame Wall onto the boss, I get that extra 30% damage. So that's pretty nice. Ball Lightning is a new addition you don't even see on my bar because I don't know if I like it or not. The idea I had is to use it with Stormfire. Shocks from supported skills do not expire on ignited enemies. I can keep the enemies permanently ignited, and then I also had it with Overcharge. Maybe if I added something else to make it easier to shock, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. This is just something I threw on because I was like, well, I didn't really want to use the Explosive Demise on my bar, and I was like, I had it at W for a while, so I was like, maybe I'll just swap it out, and I just, yeah, whatever. Let's take a look at items real quick. So this is my scepter giving me Malice. I have not changed this in a long time. I'll begin here with the helmet here. I have Cold Res as a rune. I also just have some minion skills. I have Cold Res. I have life, armor. I have a ring here that's just, it's just life and res. This ring is definitely something that needs to be changed. Life and res. The body armor I've been using for a while. As you can see, it has the Vol extra socket. It has armor, max life, spirit, res. Pretty nice from when I got it. I definitely can improve that now. I have these gloves, which as you can see, I still need to put a socket in fire, lightning res, dexterity, life, fizz, and armor. My belt is bad. It's just life and res, a little bit of armor. Definitely can be changed. And the boots don't even have anything in the socket yet, and it's life, strength, fire, lightning, movement speed. Could have higher movement speed. This is what I'm currently playing with. With that being said, let's take a look at my build. So I showed this before, but I'll show it again. I started off here and went down, just took some defensive stuff, and I beelined it down to this first minion damage plus a little health cluster, and then I went down again. If I want another jewel socket, I can add one right here. I added a jewel here. This jewel is armor, skill effect duration, war cries cooldown, which doesn't matter, increased damage against enemies with fully broken armor, doesn't really help me. And then I went over and grabbed minion, minions deal, minions life, minions deal. And after that, I went, I love how it just curves, but I went to the windy path, went up around, and I did grab some minion damage here, some minion critical hit chance, which, you know, just helps with my crit weakness. And then I also went over here. Over here, because I'm playing armor and stuff, I'll show that stats right here. You can see here's my life, my energy shield, my mana, my spirit, my block, my evasion, my armor, and all my resistances. So all of that's, you know, there. My chaos definitely needs work. But I went ahead and grabbed some extra armor, increased reduction, stuff like that. It's just things that I took. Maybe, I would say this doesn't need to be taken. This is a wasted node. This whole area here, I keep changing and rearranging. I'll probably remove this once I have like one step away from something I think is really good. And here I just took some life, damage, 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 damage. And here's my jewel is increased regeneration rate, elemental damage, increased damage if you consumed a corpse recently. Minions have 25% increased critical hit, critical damage bonus, which is great because I'm doing crits. Now, something I do want to mention, I definitely need to upgrade these jewels, but I need to check and see if there's any that lets me convert things for my minions. This whole thing here gets real nice if I can make this work for minions, but I have something in my head where I saw a unique that does that, but maybe I'm crazy. Probably am. So let's go up here, and then we have just attack, cast speed, revive faster, went damage, 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 and this is area of effect and increased recovery cooldown. Don't really know how much this one is needed, but I was already over here. This will just increase the area of my bombs, I guess, for my arsonist. We go up this way, and I grab this jewel slot here, and it gives me recover 2% of life on kill. Doesn't help. I'm not using Gravebind. Increase energy shield recharge rate. Barely matters. Increase coverage. Curse duration. Don't think it really matters, but it has minion accuracy. Whatever. This was to fill in a slot when I picked it. Next plan is probably to go up, 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 and take that. That's probably my next plan. I've thought about allocating stuff, but honestly, it's so expensive. Now, I did allocate something on my amulet. It is backup plan, which is evasion rating and armor if you haven't been hit recently. So basically, the reason I have this is purely because it's cheap. That's it. It's just cheap. So that is my update on my build. I have 9 arsonists. I have this, and because... Oh, I forgot. My actual class. Ha ha ha. 2% quality of all skills, 10% quality, 2% quality, and then level. And they fixed this. I have increased attribute, and then I have attribute requirements of gems can be satisfied by your highest attribute. So what that means is that the only requirement I have for int is technically going to come from this right here. This is my int requirement. So if I get a better scepter, my int requirement goes up, and I just have to stay under a certain int requirement to then be able to really maximize my strength for life, which if you look at my character, I'm not really doing right now. I have 176 life, and what I do want to do is probably take this. So that will increase my intelligence, strength, and dexterity bonuses, which means that I will get 4 life per strength instead of 1, and I have a lot of intelligence. I can probably do something else without that. As you can see, I kind of ignore dex. So yeah, it's fun. It's doing what I want. Honestly, I've been kind of goofing off to do like some money-making trades and play with the market some, which you can see my gold is now real low. or I'd be farther. I'd be farther in the game. I've not really been investing into my gear, as you can tell. A lot of the stuff I've had for a long time. And once I get that investment done, I can really hopefully pop off a little more, do a little more damage. Maybe there'll be some uniques found that haven't been available yet. We'll see how things go. I'm really enjoying this playstyle. I basically just put down this and let these guys shoot through. If it's a boss, I'll do something like this while I'm standing back here, and they'll throw through it. And it's pretty nice. And just, I don't know, I thought I'd show this real quick. Just, if you haven't seen maps yet, they are different. They aren't that confusing. Like, here is Bloodwood. So I have all these bonuses here from my towers. And then I add in the actual Waystone here with whatever mods I have on it. And then this will have Expedition. It'll have a Delirium Mirror, +1 level of Corruption. And this is, I believe, the end game. Funny enough. I believe this is actually the end game thing, and what we have to do is get keys, but I'm still looking into that. I'm not that far. I haven't really watched other people play through later game stuff yet. Hopefully this gives you an idea if you're wanting to play something different. Maybe you have a mercenary and you didn't like it, and they allow you to respec later. Maybe they do a nice little free respec, and you're like, I wish I had a witch, but I hate the leveling experience. I completely get you. This works. This is playable. The bonuses aren't the worst in the world. I don't know why it won't show you. I think the Skeleton Arsonist from the quality just gets, like, here it is. So he gets it on the explosive demise. It's additional fire damage equal to, this will be 6% for me of minions max life, and I don't really use that. I get, right here I have 21% extra life without any quality on the gem, purely due to my build. And like here, I can't add quality naturally, but I get the duration up, I get the curse effect up, bigger radius, more magnitude of the ignite, which doesn't matter. Extra summon spirit. If I added a little bit more quality, I would get up enough for an extra spirit. Not really needed. And the ball lightning fires beams at targets. It increases the range. It's already increased it. So it's just a neat little idea playing off the gems. And I feel like there's not enough gems to really justify it. Like, I don't feel like I'm using enough minions. Maybe with Spectres, I would. If I was using Spectres, I think maybe taking this, going up to here, and then going up to here to grab Gem Studded for the same support gem might actually be pretty viable, but we don't have Spectres, so that's kind of up in the air. Game's in early access, so a lot can change.